Aloha mai kako. I was thinking about Olelo no Eao while I was sitting there and listening to Alika talk about what it is that we need to do, what it is that we need to remember. And the Olelo that stood out for me was mai maka'ui ka hana, maka'ui ka moloa. Don't be afraid of work, be afraid of the laziness. The laziness, for me, it also translates into, people that are, I'm not political. I don't get into politics because, oh my goodness, that's so much to get into. But, we need to remind people that whether or not you're involved, it involves you. It involves you when you get out in your car, how much you pay for insurance, what you do for registration costs, what the roads look like. It impacts you when you go to work. What is the situation there? Do you have crosswalks? Are there recycling facilities near you? Every aspect of our lives is in some way, shape, or form governed by our current system. And if we are not involved, if we are not at the table, we certainly are on the menu. And we have seen this in all of these past years. When people say, what is it that you're going to do different than Mike Molina? Well, I'm not going to create the problems that we have today that were created by positive, votes on his part. Okay? Votes that were made in the past are the reasons why we have the issues we have today. And I don't intend on doing that because I'm not operating in a silo. I wouldn't be operating as a darling of lobbyists. I've always and ever operated for the Aina. It was interesting because I had somebody come to a sine wave I'd never seen before, but her sister told her, this woman fights for the Aina all the time. And so she came and we talked about it, and it just so happened to be after the flooding that happened in Honokahau Valley. I used to live in Honokahau Valley, and so it is very close to me, that I went to help. But it wasn't about helping and any kind of being the face in front of things, of having PR stuff. It was about helping because it's our community. This is why every single one of you are here. Whether we've known each other personally in the past or not, it doesn't matter. Because as that thing says there, it's Maui Ohana Candidates. We are candidates of the Maui Ohana. We're not Ohana candidates just because we know each other or we're going to be grouped together as such, but we are your candidates because you are Ohana. And that's the thing that I want you to remember. There's the crazy cousin, there's the wayward uncle that will always have these like, oh no, I'm not gonna vote. These are the people you want to remind, I am your Ohana, you are mine. Whether or not we're blood related, whether or not we share koko, we're still related, we're still community, we're still Ohana. We're gonna see each other in the stores, we're gonna meet with each other in parks perhaps. Our children may play together, go to school together. We are Ohana. And we need to remember that. The rhetoric that is happening with the old guard is now bringing up the things that we have all been saying. And it's funny to me, because I hear this, I'm family, I support the people. But when you look at their actions, none of their actions support the people. None of their actions support the Aina. None of their actions support any kind of idea that they consider this place their home. When you consider this place your home, you don't want to mess it up. You don't want to leave trash laying in your living room. You don't want to feed your children poison. When it's your home, that's your solace. That's your security. That's your heart and hearth. And that's what Maui, I know, is for not just for me and my daughter, but for all of you. It's heart, it's hearth, and it's home. And because it's home, we need to fight for it. We need to sweep the doorway, sweep the mat, clear the threshold. Because what has been happening in the past cannot continue to happen in the future. It just doesn't work when we do things the same old way. It doesn't. And you know this, and I know this. And so we can do this. We have such very short time, but it doesn't matter. Because the wave, Maui Ohana, that is what is going to push us through to the end. When we remember that we're Ohana and we don't listen to the rhetoric of its people from the continent that are coming in with money. No, it's all of you, grassroots, at the fair, at the mall, at the post office, in stores. It's all of you. And so please remember, not only are you Ohana to each other, you're Ohana to me. And I thank you for your support.